All right, on this problem, we're supposed to select whether these given values are or are not solutions to the algebraic inequality here. And we're given two pieces to this algebraic inequality. We're given the actual inequality itself right here with the variable involved. And then we're given a picture, number line of what the values that work look like in a visual picture. So we're going to look first for e equals -5. So we're going to take a peek at, let's take a peek at the number line first. So we say e is equal to -5. That would be the start point of this inequality. It starts at -5, but it does not include -5 because it has that open circle or bubble. So it cannot be a solution since it has that open circle. The other way we can check is simply plug the number into the inequality for the variable e, and then read that inequality left to right. -5 is greater than -5, and the answer to that is no. When we read it, it doesn't make sense because -5 is not bigger than itself. So -5 is not a solution when we plug it into that inequality as well. So you have a couple ways you could check that out, or both, just to be sure you're understanding it correctly. So this would be a no. The next one we're going to check is e is equal to 9 3/4. So let's plug it in and read it left to right. 9 3/4 is greater than -5. Well, yes, it is. And it's also right up here on your number line. So it is in the shaded region to the right because it's bigger, and that's what this inequality says. 9 3/4 is bigger than -5. So we would say yes to this one. The next number that we're going to check is -4.99. So first thing I'll try doing is plugging it in. -4.99 is greater than -5. Well, this one we have to be cautious about because we are on the negative side. Here's 0. We are on the opposite side of 0. So we're going to look and see, where is -4.99? Well, it runs between -4 and -5, closer to -5. So it's right in front of that bubble. And because it is to the right of the bubble, numbers to the right of -5 are considered bigger. So this number is greater than -5. As we read it, it makes sense. -4.99 is greater than -5. So we would select that as a solution. All right, so the next one reads, if we plug it in, we're on -50. If e is -50, and we read it left to right, -50 is greater than -5. So we look at our number line, and we realize that -50 is going to be past this arrow, further down on the left of that number line. So here's our -5, our start point, and -50 is way down here. So it is to the left of -5. So that makes that number smaller. Numbers to the left of -5 are actually smaller than it, not greater. This is the greater than symbol. -50 is not greater than -5. So that is not a solution. Okay, the next one is 0. So we're going to plug 0 into our inequality, and we can pinpoint it on the graph. In both cases, when we read it left to right, 0 is greater than -5, and we see it in the visual picture that it's right here, and we see it's to the right of -5, and that makes it bigger. So yes, 0 is a solution. All right, the next one, -6. -6 is greater than -5. So if we read that, we should see that's not true, but sometimes we don't with the negatives. We're not as used to the negative side of 0 as we are to the positive side. So -6 is greater than -5. Let's take a visual look to make sure we understand this one. -6 is to the left of -5. That makes that number smaller. We are looking for greater than -5. Those are numbers that are to the right of -5, and -6 is to the left. So it is not a solution to this inequality. And our final one, e is 100. So we're going to stick 100 in here. And hopefully you automatically know that positive numbers are always greater than the negative numbers. So In this case, you might not need to be plugging it in and looking at the number line, but 100 would be way off to the right here. And so that puts it to the right of -5. It is greater than -5. Positive numbers, all positive numbers are greater than -5. So that makes that one a solution. And those are the solutions to this inequality. That's it.